Alright, welcome back everyone. We're here to return the Heartstone to Radar here. Or if we've already done that, I don't remember. In any case, let's see what's going on next. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the Blessed. I must insist that you and your friends attend Tadia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others that I'll be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Quite a few people around. Nora and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. We helped them recover a lost hamlet out in the woods. I know it wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. They were sin eaters, and as long as she accompanied you, but do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me, and it's telling me now that Nard has business with us. There's something the matter. He asked us to attend the service. Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. Alrighty, I'm assuming the darker is this other pathway that we took earlier. Yeah, it is, okay. It's a nice little area. Okay, they're giving something to us. The elder woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Okay, we'll put the candle there. And we'll go ahead and wait over here, it looks like.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Tadia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
You know I don't deserve such reverence.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urianger and I finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Alright, well that went by pretty fast, I guess. Looks like we're about time for us to leave the village. Good to hear. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pop on this next piece of gear then. It is the hand gear. Okay. Slowly but surely, we're morphing into another set of armor. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Rokhan Empire. It was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war of neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. You think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Yezmajad? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by one may prove himself an ally of the Rokhan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins protectors and grant us safe passage. Problem is, however, I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Rokhan texts, and translations into a more modern dialect which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Sitia, quite close to Sitherbow, in fact. Good news ends there, however, for it's in possession of a rather radical faction of the Dark Worshippers, Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I have to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I'll nonetheless require time to describe the text I need, to ensure that I'll have enough. I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Before you even ask, the answer is no. If we remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. You won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Now let's convene outside, to the west of Sitherbow, where the path diverges. I mean, how are they more radical, I'm wondering. I don't think I see any more blue quests around. Nope, none of them are blue quests, okay. We are very close to 100k HP. In fact, the rest of our armor equipment might actually push us over the edge, perhaps. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. Garrus would post at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There's a chance we encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that doing so, they cleanse the victims of sin and usher them onto the sunless sea, rather than sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Okay, that definitely explains how they're radical. They're death worshippers. I think we're reaching towards the, okay. I must have went past them before, I'm assuming. Because I mapped out this entire area. Uh-oh. Looks like we'll go came just in time. Atonement time. That heart's starting to do a bit of damage to me. By the blessed dark. Thank goodness you're unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a unwelcome visit from the children. Your acquaintance with Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary, the usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's It's as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? Could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use this present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nest where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are natural predator of spiders. Let's let them loose on the nest, and we can have an opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we could be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Anything we might be able to use. We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. And it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. Imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. Two will suffice, I should think. Lahi! Found some smoke bombs. We're pretty close to Cleric, apparently, though. Time to go bop some bees. Is there any other, it's off to the northeast, so nothing around this area anymore. Oh, that was a stun. And done. Now let's go ahead and chuck a bee, or chuck a bomb at this. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, we got the sack of bees. And then we'll need to find one more. Forest flamingo? Really? Yeah, I think I'd be down here. Oh, more than one this time, alright. And done. Alright, everything should be good now. Even somebody saying in the zone chat, Lahi. Guard returned to Slitherbow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehive, Stanker and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How do you fare? Here, have some buzzing sacks. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let's hurry before the bees begin to stir. Oh, another coffer. This one for the feet. Children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there's an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spider's nest. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. Okay, we're heading west then. Yeah, it seems like there's only one way to get further on, and that's the north. Oh, I can't actually go up there. Okay. What is that? Oh, it's a level 80 guy. It's a pay. Oh, it's a giant head. A giant head with a bird head. That's very bizarre. Looks like we have some giant scorpions over this way too. There's some neat little, like, crystals or gems in the water here. I don't think they're petals, because there's nothing over here that would make you think petals from the trees. Ah, we found their home. Anything over this way? Nope. Up there's the airway, do you see it? A bit far perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. And we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed. Enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? That should do it, now we wait. What is that? Bees! By the abyss, they're everywhere. Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! Sounds like our plan is working. So it's quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. You should come to blows with the children. I'll see to it that any signs of the struggle are concealed. Following that, I'll create a distraction that buys you stolen more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls due to guard her. Your concern is appreciated, but I seriously doubt it will come to that. I don't get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows. Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready. Where do we head to from here? It's kind of my question. Is it up this way? Do we actually have to go up north? That's a lot of people over here. Oh, these guys actually have a good bit of power to them. That's one down. Oh, I'm actually gonna have to use clemency. How awkward. I do hope this is the right way, though. Alright. Okay, so this north area is not way into where the rest of the map is either, so I'm actually not sure where else to go then. Okay, the bat's passive, so it shouldn't be attacking me. Plenty of these guys in here. Which way are we heading here? Okay, apparently it's this way. Okay. So it's one of them, just one of them. It's not too bad, I guess. Alright, looks like we got the last one cleared out by somebody else. Fond of Seeing suggests this a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Have some audience further in. Okay. Looks similar to the Bless's darker, I think. Yes, this is it. I'll be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance I could tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not likely to come here a second time. It would behoove us to learn all we can. There are some curious-looking engravings. Looks almost like a group fighting, I don't know, whatever that tentacle-looking thing is. Study the murals and take note of what events they may depict. Okay, so it's gonna make that the camera thing. The world appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne, attended by their subjects. The world appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. The world appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from echoing darkness. The central figure is considerably faded.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this. There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it. Slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was. But he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends. A tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you'll all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others? Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.